Hi friends, we are getting SPCS news from SBI. SBI PO 2017 notification is out. And also friends, this video is fully deals about what are the events going to be scheduled, how many vacancies are going to be filled, the eligibility criteria and the exam pattern and the final selection and all. First of all, shall we move on to the tentative schedule of events. The candidates who are applying for SBI PO should have to fill and register their applications from February 7th to March 6th. And also friends, the preliminary examination going to be held on 29th and 30th April and also in 6th and 7th May. The result of the preliminary examination will be on May 17th. And then the mains examination going to be held on 4th June and the result of the mains examination will be on 19th June. And then the conduct of group exercise and the interview will be on 10th July onwards. And finally, the declaration of results will be on 5th August. And also friends, the pre-examination training for SC, ST and religious minority community candidates will be on from 17th April to April 22. Let's talk about the vacancies. SBI has announced more vacancies compared to the previous year. Previous year totally 2260 vacancies were there. Now in this year, total vacancies are 2403. And also, SBI has also mentioned in their notification, backlog vacancies are also included in the total vacancies. The backlog vacancies means the vacancies which could not be filled due to some reasons in the previous year exams. The unfilled vacancies are known as backlog vacancies. From the SBI notification, considering the vacancies, we are having some plentiful opportunities to become a SBI bank employee. Let's move on to the eligibility criteria. First we will see the academic qualification. The candidates who are applying for SBI PO, their graduation in any discipline from a recognized university or any equivalent qualification should be recognized as such by the central government. The final year candidates also can apply for this SBI PO. If they called for interview, they will have to be produced proof of having passed the graduation examination on or before July 1st of this year. The age limit should be from 21 years to 30 years as on the date of April 1st of this year. And also, the age relaxation of the candidates will also be available in SBI notification. The exam pattern for SBI PO 2017 will consist of 3 phases. The phase 1 preliminary examination conducted, the phase 2 mains examination and in the third phase group exercise and interview will be conducted. When we see the preliminary examination pattern, within 1 hour we can attempt 100 questions and also the sections and the number of questions and the marks respectively. In the English section, 30 questions asking and for 30 marks. The quantitative aptitude section, 35 questions will be asked and for that 35 marks. The reasoning ability section, 35 questions will be asked and for that 35 marks. So for 100 questions and also for that 100 marks. The candidates have to qualify in each of the 3 sections by securing passing marks. The passing mark will be decided by the bank. The candidates who have passed the preliminary examination will be shortlisted for the mains examination. The phase 2 mains examination will consist of both objective test and a descriptive test. The objective test for 200 marks and the descriptive test for 50 marks. The objective test of 3 hours duration will consist of 4 sections and for the total marks will be 200 marks. The total sections and the number of questions and the marks, the durations will be respectively. First of all, the reasoning and the computer aptitude section, 45 questions over there and for the total marks will be 60 and the duration will be 60 minutes. Next is the data analysis and interpretation section, 35 questions over there and for that 60 marks allocated and for the duration will be 45 minutes. Next is the general economy and banking awareness section, 40 questions over there and for the total marks will allocated for this 40. The 35 minutes duration will be allocated. The next English language section, 35 questions over there and for that 40 marks allocated within the duration of 40 minutes. So for the overall compilation, 150 questions over there and for the total marks will be 200 within the duration limit of 3 hours. Immediately after the completion of objective test, the descriptive test will be conducted. The candidates will have to answer the descriptive test by typing on the computer. The descriptive test for 30 minutes duration, the marks allocated for this descriptive test will be 50 marks. And guys, the descriptive test is fully focused on test of English language of the candidates. And also, the letter writing and essays will be asked in this descriptive test. The candidates are required to qualify in the descriptive test by securing passing marks, and the passing marks will be decided by the SBI bank. And guys, the important point is the descriptive test paper of only those candidates will be evaluated who have scored qualifying marks in the objective test. And there will be penalty for wrong answers marked in the objective test. For each question for which a wrong answer has been given by the candidate, the 1/4 of the marks will be deducted as a penalty to arrive at a corrected score. If a question is left blank, that is, a candidate not answering a question, there will be no penalty for the question. So kindly be careful while answering your questions in the exams. The aggregate marks of the candidates who qualified in objective test and descriptive test will be called for the group exercise and interview by the bank, and 20 marks will be allocated for the group exercise, and for interview 30 marks allocated. The qualifying marks in the group exercise and interview will be as decided by the bank. Friends, the main important thing is the marks obtained in the preliminary examination, that is phase 1, will not be added for the final selection, and only the marks obtained in the mains examination, that is phase 2, both the objective test and the descriptive test will be added to the marks obtained in the group exercise and interview for the preparation of the final merit list. The candidates will have to qualify in both phase 2 and phase 3 separately. Marks secured by the candidates in the written test out of 250 marks are converted to out of 75, and marks secured in group exercise and interview out of 50 marks are converted to out of 25. The final merit list is arrived at after aggregating converted marks of written test and the group exercise and interview out of 100 for each category. And then finally, the final selection will be published in bank's website. And the application fee for the SC, ST and PWD candidates will be 100 rupees, and for the general and others will be 600 rupees. Banks may arrange pre-examination training at certain centers for SC, ST and religious minority community candidates. So if you want to attend the pre-examination training, kindly go through the official notification of the SBI PO 2017. And friends, the number of chances for each category tabulated here. The number of chances will be counted from the examination held on 18th April of 2010. The candidates who have already appeared for the maximum number of chances permissible are not eligible to apply, and also appearing in preliminary examination will not be counted as a chance. And for the application infos, candidates can apply online only from February 7th to March 6th of this year, and no other mode of application will be accepted. Candidates will be required to register themselves online through bank's website, that is www.sbi.in/careers or www.statebankofindia.com/careers. After registration, candidates are required to pay the requisite application fee through online mode by using debit card or credit card or internet banking. And also, the candidates can choose their examination center where they wish to appear for the exam. And friends, the detailed syllabus and the preparation strategies for SBI PO 2017 exam will be provided shortly in the video format. For more updates, kindly subscribe YouTube channel Benchmark and follow us on ivpsk.com.